And I just realized
Hello, everyone.
we probably should have like music in the background, just so it's not like dead air with us behind. I'm just gonna turn on some lo-fi for background. I hope everyone's having a lovely evening. Fry says hello. Oh no, out there, I'm so sorry. Your internet's bad, I'm sorry. I appreciate you being here though. Hopefully more will come in. I know a couple people were like really excited about this. And then like I said, Victor, and you know, this whole thing, I don't know how long we will be on here. I'm assuming like 2-ish hours. And then afterwards, I was talking to Excel, and when about swapping over to Marvel Rivals. If you want to, you are more than welcome to join us.
Okay, I'll try. I don't have my new CPU yet, so it might not cooperate, but
That's understandable. Very understandable and a legit reason to be all like, no, can't. Sorry. But hi, yes, we are doing the first. I mentioned it a couple times before, but I'll put it up on the stream as I'm mentioning. I'm hoping to do this like the start of every month, like the first Friday of every month be like Cryptid Day, you know, and yeah. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've been talking about doing it for a while, and I know everyone's been excited about for a while, and it's finally happening. So yeah,
Woo!
yes, woohoo! So here we are. Just real quick, I want to just do a quick Twitter, and then I'm live and shit. Yeah, I kind of made like an outline. I'm just gonna restart. That's fine out there. We're just gonna keep doing a little yappy. First cryptid. I want to put out cryptid stream, but I know it's not. Yeah. All right. So that's an announcement made. My butt's covered. All right, we're good. I'm gonna burp. Sorry. We have kind of more like an outline of what's gonna happen for tonight. We're kind of doing this all informal, so
Yeah.
we're gonna see what works with us at that whole thing, and I do want to keep the co-host spot open. As well, you know, Victor I know has a big interest in this stuff, so he was my first choice to come to. But you know, if we run into somebody who has like a personal favorite, let's say like haunted house story, and they want to share it, then you know we could do a night like, you know, special guest kind of a thing. Um, but yeah, yeah, and especially with cryptids and a lot of the hauntings and stuff too, we can have like themed
Ooh,
streams
yeah.
like this one. I'm theming kind of like a little bit of the lesser known stuff, and then you know maybe next time we'll do Bigfoot themed, like all the ape Bigfooty things that all over the world. There's so many, or
Yeah.
sea monster stuff. Like there's a lot of those too. You know, yeah, there's so much to work with, and then of course throw in aliens somewhere, and yeah, you know, I don't want this to just be cryptids. I want aliens and ghosts.
All the spooky.
Yeah, all give nebi all the spookies. And turn this down. It suddenly got really loud. Nebi loves the spookies. And I'm actually really happy I found that little clip of the thylacine up there in the corner, because
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a small pocket of them that are still running around. I really do believe that there's enough evidence to support that there is
I
a
hope
small.
so.
I hope so too.
I hope.
Absolutely. You think you're back out there? Welcome back! What's up, Excel? There, what?
Oh, they are they're still around.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Again, I think there's enough. I mean, it technically is circumstantial, but I think when you get to a certain point of having a shit ton of circumstantial evidence, it makes you kind of go, hmm. No, today's just gonna kind of be a random, slightly lesser known stuffs, and we don't have to do these in the order I wrote them out in, uh, either, Victor. So, like, is there a particular favorite on here that you want to talk about first, or uh,
But I'm good with any order.
you're good?
I know that doesn't help.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay, well,
um.
yeah.
Let's start. All right, then let's start with Momo.
You want to start with Momo? Momo is awesome. Momo is one of my favorites, and Momo doesn't get nearly as much love as it should have.
No, Momo. I live in the same state as Momo, and I barely ever heard of him.
Yeah, that's why I figured that this one, at least you would have more interest in, because it's your home state.
Yeah. I mean, I live in Victorvania. Whatever.
You're fine. You're fine. Oh, that's not the Momo I want. That's the Missouri Momo, not the statue of the chicken boob lady.
The what?
Don't ask. Don't
Okay.
ask.
Okay, if you say so.
I'll tell you that the statue's been destroyed. Apparently, it was giving people nightmares, and the creator destroyed it. And it's become like a horror meme, to the point where it's like, if you see this image, it'll come for you in the night, and like people legit freak out over it. It's so stupid.
Like the which SCP is it? The one with the I don't know. It's like half of them.
All of them. Okay, I'm gonna bring up an image for the Momo. If it'll let me. No. There we go. And then I'll just cover the entire screen with it. Okay.
All the Momo.
Yeah, right. This is a decent. Let's can click on it. I just wanted. Yeah. See, this is what it looks more alien. Honestly.
Yeah, it strikes me as like an alien in like a parka or something.
An alien in a park. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it does look at first like a Bigfoot elter, but the thing is supposed to be from head to toe covered in hair, so there's no face. It's never ever been described as having a face. And it has 3 toes. That's a copy of one of the casts. It's got a very weird toe setup. But the story with Momo is, again, this is going to be kind of a little bit of just a rundown. 1972 in July is when it was spotted. It was spotted. Hold on, I'm trying to see. Yeah, it's 7 feet tall, so a little bit shorter than Bigfoot. Momo is short for Missouri monster. Is reported to have large, pumpkin-shaped head, black furry hair covering its body, and so much fur on its head that its face could not be seen except for glowing orange eyes. 7-foot tall beast was first seen on the edge of the woods just outside of town by two boys and their sister. The kids also said the creature smelled terrible and was carrying a dead dog.
Uh,
Louisiana, Missouri is where this was spent. Louisiana, Missouri. Yeah,
oh,
it was carrying a dead dog. Uh, now a little thing too that a lot of people I don't think realize. Apes, in particular gorilla, and in particular, no, well, actually not in particular gorilla, but from what I've been told, apes don't like dogs too much, and Bigfoot itself has a lot of stories of killing dogs,
yeah,
like a
it
lot of
does.
stories of killing dogs. So it feels.
And smelling bad.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So it feels like this particular species doesn't really seem to like dogs, but also dogs, they're noisy, they could be aggressive, you know. So I kind of don't blame them. Bears, I don't think like dogs very much either. So take that as what you will. Uh,
I imagine a lot of animals don't like dogs, but
yeah, it's like now that I think more about it, you know what? It killing dogs that actually makes sense. So I don't think that should be a criteria for a Bigfoot. It's a lot of things kill dogs. Also, because dogs also are a sign that humans are probably going to be around too. So you know, got to keep that in mind.
yeah.
And where were we? Hold on, I'm trying to get the volume right for this background music. Following the children's first sighting, more people reported this have seen the beast in the weeks that followed. Reports stated it was seen up and down the Mississippi River, with later sightings occurring further west along other waterways. So it might have been traveling, you know, using the river and the water as like a bypass. Others
Huh.
caught glimpses in the woods, while some say they smelled it or heard haunting cries or growls similar to a bear. One of the witnesses, Richard Allen Murray, was a lifelong local who'd served as the town's fire chief and was part of the city council, so reputable guys, what they're trying to build up. Reported he was driving along a small creek that runs through the town and saw something moving in the woods. When his headlights fell on the upright figure, the creature ran away and disappeared. He later stated, I was amazed to see something. I thought it was a bunch of nonsense, but then I saw something. Before long, of course, the news media picked up the story, attracting curiosity seekers and monster hunters from around the country. At one point, a 20-man posse was put together to kill the beast, but the creature was never found. Tracks were found and submitted to Lawrence Curtis, director of the Oklahoma City Zoo. Why we went from Missouri to Oklahoma, I have no idea. Who deemed them to be those of an unknown primate. After a rash of early sightings, the encounters decreased gradually over the next few years before stopping altogether. Now,
Oh,
I've heard. Now, again, all of this is honestly so old and questionable in general, but I've heard one other report that another family was missing their dog, and they think that it's the dog that Momo had in his hands.
oh.
So there is a tie for the dog. That dog was like a you know, like the next neighborhood over or something, and yeah, they found it in Momo's hands. Death by Momo.
I did want to say, it's interesting that you bring up the sounds like a bear
Mm-hmm.
because I want to say it was like in the like 1920s or something. Bears went extinct here.
Oh.
Um, Now that changed in the last 20 years, but
Mm-hmm.
in the 70s there were no bears in Missouri. There weren't really any bears in Missouri. That at least that officially.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. There was a family friend I remember when I was a kid who caught one on like a camera trap, and that was a big deal. And then um, 5 or 6 years ago, you started getting bears being sighted everywhere in Missouri. So they're back, but it's interesting that granted, that brings up the question: how would they know what was there if they probably never heard one?
Yeah, that's a good point too. Because if we got in the 20s, let's say even the 30s, 40, 50, 60, we're talking 40 years later. Uh, outside leaving the state, which I mean, okay, yeah, sure, but yeah, it wouldn't be a normal sound that was normal in the woods. They're just
Right.
they're jealous. Only dogs can be man's best friend.
I could be man's best friend too.
But I was just clicking
I
on.
don't want
I
to.
was just clicking on some stuff. Apparently, unfortunately, I didn't quite think this all the way through with the um clicking on the website stuff. But there were like newspaper copies of the newspapers.
Oh.
Yeah, here's some like monster reports linger, but I can't really click on them because they take me to weird places. Missouri
Oh.
monster remains at large. Louisiana, Missouri. Search for Momo. I wish these had a date. Hayden Hughes, head of the Flying Object Group, came from Oklahoma to camp out overnight on the hillside where Momo was first reported. He didn't see, hear, or smell anything, he said, but nonetheless was convinced that something was in the hills. The FAA entered the case when Momo was sighted near a private landing field, close here, close to here and again at Harfield at Taylor. The FAA told airport officials and pilots to watch for any unidentified object which might have brought Momo to Earth. I,
Okay.
I'm really not sure if this is legit or not, but this is actually really funny. And our
The
uh,
Flying Objects Group. Good name.
and the FAA getting involved. In our
Watch out
profession,
for Momos!
Momo's gonna hijack the plane. Be careful! No. In our
Take
profession,
this plane to Cuba.
in our profession, you have to check everything," said Philip Maxt. That has to be a fake name. An official at Quincy, Illinois flight station. The general opinion is that the monster is a joke, but one never knows. Last Wednesday, an early morning jogger in Cairo, Illinois, more than 200 miles downriver from here, reported he'd seen a tall, white monster. Police Commissioner James Dale and his men checked and found nothing. You probably just saw like a tall white guy.
Philip the Max.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this one might not be a genuine, but you know,
I want to believe.
I would like to believe too. July 19th, 25 men trudged over the wooded hillside. This is about the posse. And this looks like a legit clipping. It's even got a date and stuff over here by Ed Wilkins posted. So yeah. Whether I said it was the first monster hunt of this Mississippi River town, but they found not even a trace of a rabbit or a squirrel, let alone the tall, shaggy beast that witnesses say, as state representative from Bowling Green. The search party composed of citizens and police officers assembled at City Hall. Okay, so it's like an official.
Oh.
I thought it was just like random, hillbillies grabbing guns that are running out of the woods.
Halloween 4.
Right? They assembled at Town Hall about 9 a.m. and set off for Star Hill, an area near here that is heavy in underbrush. The monster hunters were led by Louisiana Police Chief Shelby Ward. who has treated the matter like any other fugitive search. He is cool, but admittedly worried that hunters will go in search of the animal, which many believe to be a black bear, and shoot one another by mistake.
So yeah, Halloween 4.
Yeah, yeah. And, I mean, the idea of it being a black bear is not outside of reason, but
No.
it's still, yeah, black. There would have been a rash of other sightings too, and somebody, at least one person, would have been able to go, that's not a Bigfoot, that's a bear. There's going to be at least one fucking person, right?
You'd think so.
Yeah, Momo is a classic. I wish he had been seen more.
Yeah.
But we only really have like 2 or 3 solid reports, and the rest are very, oh yeah, I saw a thing in the woods. Yeah, I saw that thing, and it's like there's no collaboration with it. There's no evidence, that kind of thing, and it sucks. That sucks. But I do believe something happened. Something was spotted. Something occurred. Otherwise, you're gonna have prestigious people like the police chief and shit, and fire chiefs all getting it antsy and acting up.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else you might like to add or share? I feel like I don't want to like dominate too much. So like if you want to add or share anything, like, are you good or what?
I mean, I don't have anything to add in
Okay.
this case.
That's fine. Do you want to talk about? I remember you had mentioned the Deloise ape. You didn't know too much about. We could do that.
Okay,
one.
I can.
If
Yeah, give me a second to bring that up. Francis Deloise, a Swiss oil geologist, led an expedition from 1970 to 1920 in search of petroleum in an area in the border between Colombia and Venezuela, primarily near Lake Maracaibo.
So Momo did not do anything violent or similar.
The expedition was unsuccessful and
furthermore
furthermore suffered greatly due to disease and skirmishes with the natives. Of the 20 members of the Deloise group, only 4 survived. According to Deloise, later report in 1920, I'm not a professional reader in case you can't tell.
No, it's fine. It's fine. And I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. I mean, I just wanted to say if you wanted to share talking. I could do the talking if you're more comfortable with that.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Okay.
While camped near the Tara River, two large creatures were headed into the group. Initially, Deloise thought they were bears, but then noted they were monkey-like, holding onto shrubs and branches. The creatures, one male and one female, seemed angry, said Deloise, howling and gesturing, then defecating into their hands, flinging feces at the expedition. Classic. Fearing for their safety, the expedition shot and killed the female. The male fled. Deloise and his companions recognized that they had encountered something unusual.
What do you mean, Elter? That's just his coffee. Sorry. Gotcha. Sorry.
That's okay. The animal resembled a spider monkey, but was much larger, 1.6 meters tall, compared to the largest spider monkey, which are just over 1 meter tall. Deloise counted 32 teeth. Most New World monkeys have 36 teeth, and the creature had no tail at all. The creature they posed the creature by seating it on a crate and propping a stick under its chin. After taking a single photograph, Deloise reported they skinned the creature, intending to keep its hide and skull, but both items were later abandoned by the Treble expedition. Another theory was that the carcass was rotting, the group had to throw it out.
Both theories sound valid, honestly.
I just saw the coffee.
Yeah. Elter pointed it out because the picture has the monkey's pee-pee out, and while I don't think Twitch will really nail me for that because I'm not adding the pee-pee, but he was like Nebi pee-pee.
Who knows with Twitch?
And I was like, oh yeah, I should stuff the pee. I should cover the pee-pee. Twitch is just like whatever the fuck mood they're in for the day, like for real. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But no, I think you did good. You did good reading. You did good.
Yay.
Yeah, the Loyalist ape, for in my opinion at least, is pretty interesting. Oh, hold on. I'm just trying to adjust our.
Now he looks like a chill dude. Enyoing hit double latte.
Yeah, he's got a double latte. That's all. Yeah, we were talking about the Loyalist ape a little bit ago too, cause like he done dirty in my opinion, but I mean it still does lead a lot of questions, of course, and yeah, I'm glad that the article I found did mention that they were having huge trouble in the expedition. Like people were just like freaking dying, you know, left and right, basically. And then to take the time to do a hoax while y'all are all like dying in the woods and shit, that that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, people probably could do it, sure, but like I don't know, it just
Hey, bro, this is going to be a great prank. Pull that poison dart out of you.
Right. So yeah, like it doesn't make much sense. But yeah, that's what people accuse them of is hoaxing it, and then it's like, but dude was dying in the woods. and he didn't come out with the photo right away. You know, he just kept it in his personal records and shit for a long time, and like I think it was like 5 years. And then a friend spotted it and was like, dude, you gotta publish this, and that's kind of how that happened. And people have I remember hearing one researcher who specialized in spider monkeys who knew Deloise tried to recreate this image, because a lot of people say it's a spider monkey. Although it does have features of a spider monkey, I don't think it's a spider monkey, but that's what they say. But he was trying to recreate it because he had spider monkeys in his lab. So he got boxes, like the ones the exact same boxes that they used on the expedition, and would prop them up. And there are actually photos around that you could probably find if you Google of him trying to recreate it. And he can't get it. An actual spider monkey, like, is chest high to that thing. Those things are huge. And there's no tail too. These monkeys had no tail. And yeah, throwing poop is definitely it's a monkey. It's definitely a monkey and ape thing. Definitely monkey. Usually territorial. Like they were probably walking through their neck of the woods, and they were all like, "Ew, paper, get out!" And you know, threw shit at them.
As you do.
As one does. Yeah, unfortunately, though, when this came out, I think, I mean, he was semi-retired already, because I mean, shit, you don't really go on too much after this type of fiasco. but I think it totally ruined his reputation. Like this thing, like he was so mocked in the scientific communities, it wrecked him. I think he became a recluse afterwards, just to try to not have to deal with the bullshit.
Oh.
I think I might be wrong. I don't remember. And what we have here are cliff notes. As much as I love this stuff, I really didn't have time or energy to actually run back and grab all of my resources. Because I used to have so many books. Holy shit. I used to have books about these things that were written like in the 70s and 80s. like old stuff, so they had different amounts of info.
Wikipedia says he died in 1935 of syphilis.
Yeah. Just understand that my biology is rusty in most sense, but won't eat. Tail to move around. Ape does not have a tail to move around. Yeah, I'll I think you're kind of right. Apes in general don't have tails.
There are
Monkeys.
some monkeys that don't have tails. On the island of Gibraltar, the Rock of Gibraltar, there are monkeys there that don't have tails.
Oh yeah,
but they're
Mm-hmm.
technically monkeys and not apes.
Yeah, and the Japanese snow monkey I thought of too. They don't have tails either.
Oh yeah.
Are baboons monkeys or apes?
Yeah, baboons are monkeys.
Okay. And they don't have tails either. They just have big fucking asses.
That's where all the tail went.
I swear sometimes like you have to wonder for the religious people. God had to have such a sense of humor sometimes making these things. like I'm just picturing while he's designing it, you know, some angel over there going, Lord, are you sure? Shut up! I'm doing what I'm doing, okay?
Let me do what I love!
Yeah, this monkey's gonna have cake! Oh, and bring out that scrap of a beaver and a duck. I'm gonna combine them just to fuck with you, the humans.
I've got a bunch of parts left over. I gotta do something with them or I don't get the deposit back.
Hey, I got another one. Angel, come here, check this out. Look, it looks like a rat. Yeah, it's venomous. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it in. Why is it venomous, sir? I had an extra sack from a snake, okay? Shut up.
Look, I was at the kegger last night. I came home. I don't... Before I knew what I was doing... Now we're stuck with it.
Oh, God. What was he thinking when he made the fucking shoe bill? Hey, check this out. It's gonna be a bird that's kind of like a dinosaur that sounds like a machine gun. Look at the... Lord, what's a machine gun? You'll figure it out later. Don't worry.
You'll find out. Don't worry. I mean, worry, but not about that.
And you know how cats stare at you judgingly? Yeah, let's make it do that too. Shoe bills always look like they're just like, I'm gonna fuck you up. It's like, why? I don't know. I'm just angry.
You know what you did.
There's a running joke. I don't know if you played Final Fantasy XIV. I'm starting to load it up again because I gotta finish leveling because I just got lazy as fuck. This storyline is dragging. I'm like, oh my god. I just have to survive it. Because cool shit happens when I'm done with it, but I had to get through it. But there's been almost a running gag since like 3 expansions now of a fucking shoe bill following your ass around. And it's always there in the background. And it was even underwater once. And it came... Huh? What's up?
Oh, you cut out for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was probably getting loud.
Oh, okay.
I've been trying new microphone things, and it's still weird. I apologize. But yeah, we even found it underwater in a cave one time. Like this, this thing literally is fucking everywhere. And it's like something's up with that bird. Like we don't know what it is. It's a community. But that bird is like possessed by something. It has to be. So it has become a lot of a running joke. There's even a quest line at one point for it where you have to find it out, and it's like, I don't know why that's there. and you're like, I don't know why that's there either. It's been following me for the past couple of years. I don't know. I'm in the past on an alien planet. I don't know what it's doing here either.
The Shubil is beyond time.
It is. I just expected one day to start talking to you. Hi, I'm God. I made all of this. The fuck? Why a Shubil of all things? I don't know what it. Or it's gonna wind up being like the great secret big bad that we found. Guess what? I'm the true villain.
Bahamut 2.0.
I'm coming for your crystals. I don't know.
This time they drop a giant Shubil on the game to reset it.
Oh god, not again. You just keep dropping shit on us to blow us up. Thanks, Debs.
You liked it last time.
Honestly, though, the last time was like a genius move because it was like, all right, we have to rebuild everything from the ground up. This system is such shit that they put in the first time. What can we do? And I loved how the lead dev Yoshi looks over at the writer. And he's like, "There's something inside that big red ball, right? That moon thingy. There was supposed to be a storyline about that later on." And they were like, "Yeah." He's like, "Can we just go ahead and do that now and just blow everything up?" And they were like, "Yeah, we can do that."
You know that dragon you can summon in other Final Fantasy games? Drop that. That's the extent of my knowledge of Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh,
is that scene.
It's a fun game. It's a fun game.
I want to play it. I have it. I just haven't played it.
Yeah, the big drawback, unfortunately, is that it's an MMO, and it does require a subscription for active content. But you can at least play free for, I think, like the first 3 expansions. So you can get to like level 70, I think, for free.
Oh.
So like that's, I think that's a really good test out. But you can't use like the market board and stuff. But I mean, I'll be honest, I don't use that anyway. So just little things like that you can't do, but overall you could play through the story and stuff. But right now, because they're setting up for new shit, it's kind of boring. I have to get through it.
Well, that'll give me time to catch up if I decide to play.
Yeah, well, if you do want to start playing, just let me know. I could. I don't know if you'd be good on my server or not. My server's kind of the casual derp server, so I'm happy there. A lot of people like to go to I think it's the Aether data center, because that's like where all the raiders and PvP people are. And most all the streamers are over, I think, what was their one called? I used to be on it, but they split the data centers. I forget, but they're all on a particular server called Cactar. And,
okay.
I mean like all of them, so you may not even be able to load in there anymore. Like, I swear, when Asmon pops in, like, the whole server just fucking crashes.
Like a ceiling.
Or maybe it's more.
Yeah.
I don't know. He hasn't shared pictures of the inside of his place in a long time. I think we know why.
I wonder why.
That's honestly, that's the worst. Sometimes I just want to. I mean, like him or hate him, I hope him well. You know, on all things. But it's like sometimes I just want to grab him, shake him, and be like, "Bro, you have the money. Hire a cleaning service or something to come in here once in a while. Okay, just. You don't have to live like this." Anyway.
I am one with the roaches. I am their king.
I can promise you I'll never visit him. I don't. It's like,
Oh, he's like a spawn of Nurgle. Like,
oh my god, you're kind of right.
he's a great unclean one.
This is so mean, but he'd probably be laughing along with us. That's one of the things I do kind of like about him. As much as it's gross, he's like, yeah, I am what I am. It's like, oh, don't be proud of that. Lemon Scrubber was all a bit. The rest of his house is spotless. That's always a possibility too, out there. But do we really want to take that chance? way off topic. Now I send him the like Nurgle themed stuff. Like here's a Nurgle hoodie, wear it on stream. Like yes, I am the chosen one of the roach.
I am the Roach King.
You know what?
Bow.
I sort of mentioned that too. I did crack open one of my margaritas. I cracked it open 45 minutes ago. I haven't drunk it. I've been sitting here laughing too much. Okay. I'll do this next. I'm gonna do Thunderbird.
Ooh.
Hold on, let's protect Twitch's sad eyes. Where are you? Window? Yeah. Okay. I'll protect Twitch from the monkey peepee.
Twitch is afraid of the... Twitch fears the monkey penis because it does not understand the monkey penis. And thank you for giving me back my coffee. I don't know if I want it now.
Well, you're gonna have to do something with it.
but I might get syphilis from it.
You probably will. Oh, hold on, my cat's freaking like pounding on the door. Nashi! You want to be part of this, I guess? Alright. He's like, I hear laughter. I must intrude. Here, fish. Mama cleaned all this up so you can have a little spot here. Here you go. Why are you just sticking your hand in the... Don't chew on that. No.
No, Vic,
No.
You have to drink it, or you will dishonor the host, Nebi. P.
Sorry, the bubble wrap. He's after my bubble wrap. Found some bubble wrap, and I'm like, you know what? That would be good for moving later. Oh, meow. Get in the seat if you want. What do you sound like you're dying? Move. I want my chair. Guys, you're blocking everything. Let me again. Yeah. Okay. I hate it here. Love you guys, but holy crap, come on, man. Okay. I am going to talk about Thunderbirds. Now, there are a lot of stories for Thunderbirds. Like, for real, we could probably do a whole thing just on them. There are often two different types. I'm going to focus on the ones that are birds. Some people think that they might have been like petrosaurs, but I don't think that's accurate. I think big birds is more accurate. The general descriptions also do match California condors quite a bit, with the mostly black and then like there's a ring around the neck, like a white ring. But Thunderbirds are reported to be massive. So I have a couple of a generic background and then a couple of stories. And one of the little film clips that shows up here, the ones with the birdies flying in the trees, supposedly were Thunderbirds caught on film. Unfortunately, though, there is no point of measurement in the video, so we can't confirm how big those birds may or may not be. But I just feel like a lot of their sightings are Illinois, Pennsylvania, and Alaska. Very wide range. Native tribes all across North America, especially along the Pacific Coast and the Great Lakes, have stories depicting enormous birds of prey. Some stories tell that these birds were so large and powerful that when they flapped their wings, thunder was created. Lightning flashed out of their eyes and water fell off their backs, creating rain. The tribes used thunderbirds to explain some of the things that happen naturally, such as storms and other forms of weather. Legend of the Passamaquoddy's, for example, describes the quest of two Native Americans in search of the source of thunder high in the mountains. Other stories say that there was a thunderbird who battled an enormous killer whale. When the two beasts fought, they destroyed much of the land, knocking down trees and causing much destruction. Although dangerous and powerful beings, thunderbirds were also seen as benevolent nature spirits. They sometimes assisted tribes in their search for food during periods of famine. The indigenous rocks, known as the Thunderstones, are the eggs of these creatures, according to some legends. Now, to get into some of the stories. This one is probably the most well-known. In fact, I think it's been featured on TV as well, several times. The 1977 Lawndale, Illinois attack.
Oh, yeah.
The 1977 Lawndale, Illinois Thunderbird attack was a reported attack by two unidentified birds on a young boy. Now, it's weird that this doesn't have his name and stuff, I don't think, because the family is fully named. Like, they don't give no fuck. Oh, okay, the mom, I think, is... Oh, here it goes later on, I'm sorry. Unidentified birds on a young boy. The attack occurred on July 25, 1977. 10-year-old Marlon Lowe was playing outside when he was suddenly attacked by two large birds, one of which temporarily picked him up and carried him over 30 feet before Marlon's mother, Ruth, ran to her son's rescue, chasing the bird away and recovering her traumatized son. I think he basically carried him to the next house over. Reportedly, several eyewitnesses had seen the attack take place. The birds were described as having a white ring around their necks, a 4.5-foot body with each wing approximately 4 foot long, a 6-inch hooked bill, 3 front claws, 1 back claw, and a large black body. That was a 4.5. I would think the wings would be bigger for a 4 foot long body.
You think so?
Maybe they're juveniles.
Yeah, could be.
And also, I mean, people are panicking, kicking and screaming. I don't think they was. Hey, honey, get out the tape measure! Hold still.
How long are the wings? I don't know. Yes.
Yeah. There have been relatively recent sightings as well in 2024 in Daryborough, Pennsylvania, and 2018 around Juneau, Alaska. That one, I can tell you, I saw on Facebook quite a bit while it was happening.
Oh.
I'll be honest. I do have questions about what people think that they see up here, like for real. During that same time period, they kept saying that they were seeing wolves fucking everywhere, but there were no actual like evidence or signs that there were wolves anywhere. But they were determined. They were like, there were wolves here, and it's like there are no wolves here. What the fuck are you talking about? And then I even had somebody mention my local area, like down the road. They're like, I saw a wolf, and so the next day I went out walking, and it was foggy, dim light, early morning, cold air, and I think I saw what they were talking about.
Oh.
It was an Akita.
A what?
Akita?
I don't know.
It's a dog. It was a dog.
Oh.
It was a shepherd breed of dog from Japan. They're Akita. They're rather big. They have pointy ears, and they actually don't usually have, they have like a curly tail. So it didn't have much of a tail.
What do you mean you did not measure the wings of the thing that tried to kidnap you? Son, you're useless. You bring dishonor to this family.
I wish that bird had carried you away.
I wish it did too, Dad. but yeah, ever since I saw it wasn't a wolf, it was a dog, and it's like, guys, come on, calm down. I don't. People mass panic, and that was a good example, I think, of it. And I think that the birds that we're seeing were just bald eagles. You know, we do have a very large bald eagle population. So, you know, that's a thing too. But yeah, for the whole year, it was just wild. People were just on Facebook all the I saw what I saw. It's like, yeah, no, I don't buy that one. People here can't identify a dog. They can't identify a fucking bird. Which is really sad because there's so many hunters around here. Like, you would think that they would don't, but apparently not. Got another one in 2021 in early April, pulling into the parking lot of a scheduled appointment in Montgomery County in Pennsylvania again. The one account reads, she was a few minutes early, so she was talking with a friend on her cell phone. Suddenly, something flew over the vehicle that shadowed the entire car. Even though she was in her car, she ducked her head, thinking it was a small plane about to crash. She commented to her friend about what had just happened, and seconds later, she saw the biggest bird she'd ever seen flying in front of her car. And that's where that witness thing ends. And did you have a Reddit post? This was 7 years ago.
Okay.
Here we go. The story of Alaska some dozen or more years ago by a carrier pilot always spooked me out. But when I was taking a trip to Lake Tahoe on Allegiant Airlines, we were flying over the Sierras, and it was a very clear day where you could see the small mountain roads and the cabins, as well as hikers on the mountain tops. Below, in a valley, I could see what looked like a giant condor with a wingspan over 20 feet across. I did a double take to make sure it wasn't a smaller plane or hand glider, but the wingtips were unmistakably feather-like, not pointed or curved like an airplane or glider wings. So that was in that report. And that's actually pretty detailed. I mean, again, if the wingspan could be incorrect, but the fact that he's describing that you could see the mountain slopes, you could see the roads, clear day. You can see that there were feathers. So, I mean, it's interesting. They're sporadic sightings, but they are interesting when they happen.
Yeah. And the feathers don't necessarily rule out pterosaurs. It is thought that they did that some of them did have feathers, but
true. They might. Not now. The info that we now know of dinosaurs, as opposed to the 70s and 80s when a lot of these were seen.
Right. Their feathers wouldn't look like bird feathers, though. They were like much more primitive or something.
Possibly.
At least that's what paleontologists get from impressions on fossils. But it is interesting that it more or less rules out, like a bat or anything, which makes sense. There aren't bats that get anywhere near that big, but
yeah, they're big fucking bats, but yeah, not quite that big. And bats don't typically would carry off people. I don't even think that they care. Even the biggest bats around, I think, are fruit eaters.
Right. What's also so interesting is that if you've ever seen like a totem pole, you've probably seen a depiction of a thunderbird.
They're often on top.
Yeah.
In fact, we have a totem pole ceremony going on here this year.
Oh.
I'm not sure where they're putting it, but they're making one. They only make one every couple of years. They usually
It can't be easy to make.
No, it's not. That's why it takes. It takes forever. Like I mean, like 6 months probably. So that's why they only do them once in a while, or for special things. And they used to do them on top of the tram, but I think they have a special longhouse for it now. So I think they're trying to make a couple more. next year I think is Celebration, so they're probably getting ready for that. Which is a fun time. I did a thingy, I think last year about it a little bit. In June, every other year, all of the I guess to the tribe members of the two nations that are up here, the Haida and Tlingit, all their tribe comes off of all the little islands around the area and come into Juneau and throw a party. It's actually really cool. They come in on canoes as part of a ceremony with it, and they hold dances and competitions and art festival and things like that. But it's only every other year. Yeah, it's cool. I was sharing videos of it last year. They go up and down the street and stuff to have marching dance troops and stuff. It's really cool.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I think a lot of people may not realize Juneau and most of the surrounding areas, because of the high native population and the way things were set up when Alaska became part of the United States, the natives here actually own the majority of the town, as well as the commerce and the mining company and things like that. So the plan was that they would not wind up being, on reservations and disgraced like natives were down south. So they were kind of set up to succeed, I guess, before the takeover happened, is the best way to phrase it. So when they want to throw a party, they're throwing their fucking party. and yeah, a lot of the commerce, like I said, especially the touristy stuff a lot of it actually does go to them. They own several of the hotels and the historical marks and a lot of the museums and the trader stuff. So, they're good. I'm honestly really happy that it was set up like that way for them. That way they wouldn't wind up like shit. When I was a kid, I used to drive around near the Seminole reservations, going through it to get to like the Everglades and stuff, and I was so sad seeing how some of those people had to live, because they were just kind of ignored by society. And then they started up casinos, and then now they all have like big ass houses, and their kids are going to college and shit, and it's like, yeah, go I am not against native casinos at all.
No,
get the casino. No. Take back what you can.
That's what it takes.
Yeah, it's jobs for most of them, education for most of them. It's like, do it, go for it. Happy you found a way to do that,
Right.
Anyway, sorry, way off topic. We're going everywhere today, aren't we? We got Osmond, we got tribal gambling.
Quality content here on the.
It's random content. I'm always now reminded of that one person that just wandered into my stream one day and was just like, why does that mouse have a knife? What's that brown thing in the corner of the screen? Which was Fry.
That was an interesting time.
And I was just like, hi, welcome.
What's that? Okay, what's that? Oh, what's that? Okay, bye.
Yeah, I just left. It's like, gee, thanks. Scared by the chaos. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I can't control it anymore. What? I think I'm going to grab as well the Scape or Swamp Lizardman.
Ooh.
That is a somewhat favorite of mine. I used to live nearby where this took place. Hold on, let's see that we got like. There really weren't any photos of it. Looked like an alligator, man. Though the idea of it being a why did that not? No, no, no. Wake up. Excuse me. Oh, and then Excel leaves. No, Excel, come back. What a name for a site. Flashlight and a biscuit. I like the sound of that. I haven't had dinner yet. I'm hungry. Let's go. Bring me the biscuits. I want to wait for Excel to come back because he's been looking forward to this too. He probably just wanted to go get some water. But yeah, I didn't even realize I was living close to this. When I first left my ex, I was staying with some friends, and they were like, "Oh, no, the skateboard swap is like up the road. We just gotta drive like 45 minutes." I was like, "God damn it, I'm moving next time. I'm moving out. What the fuck? No, you told me this now? Right?" And then I had another friend be like, "Hey, Nebi, you follow true crime, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Nebi, guess whose hometown you're in?" I'm like, "I don't know." It was like Pee Wee Gaskins. I'm like, "Fuck, I'm moving now." It's just like, oh my god, no, help. Why did so much shit happen in such a little town? There was like nothing there. They didn't even have a McDonald's. And you got like fucking like 2 different kinds of cryptids, and then a couple serial killers. What the hell's going on here?
Our main export is fear.
I thought that was Ohio, but no, it's South Carolina. It was fun. Oh, and apparently, again, same area, but apparently, Elvis Presley once broke down, in the area.
Of course he did. Was this Elvis or his ghost?
No, it was Elvis. It was Elvis. He broke down, and I guess, I don't know if you would call the matriarch, but like for real, if you Google her name, she fucking comes up. This whole town loved this woman. But she was like, "I'll buy the car off of you. You could buy this new car over here." And he was like, "Okay." So she bought his car off of him, and he just got a new car. Just kept going. Fucking left that caddy to rot in her front lawn.
Oh fuck!
Right? I was like, oh my god! That would be like a fucking landmark if or something.
Right?
At least, but no, she just let it rot in her front yard. It was a pile of rust when she died.
That's sad.
It is. I don't think she ever even got it fixed. Just fucking looked at her.
Then why? Whatever.
Well, I mean, she helped him out, get out of his way, but still, yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, it's like you suddenly get a Cadillac and you just do jack all with it.
Yeah, not even just get a Cadillac. You got Elvis Presley's fucking Cadillac. It's especially I mean, people treated him like a god. You could have sold that to a museum or some shit. But no. People are weird, especially when they have money. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, I think it was Monster Quest did go to this town looking for the Lizardman, and they did comment that it's incredibly commercialized. But at the same time, if your town is known for something, get that bag. Sell the merch. Do it. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant, I think, does this. Pleasant, whatever. They do the same thing with the Mothman stuff. They have gift shops, in every corner and shit. Do it.
Yeah, I want Mothman merch. So, fun fact, you know that famous Mothman statue?
Uh-huh.
From Pieces of the Bridge?
Yeah.
the ass is like completely shiny because people keep rubbing it.
People are such pervs.
I saw where Wendigoon was saying he has a picture.
Oh, you're cutting out now too.
Oh, I said was watching this thing with Wendigoon. He was talking about how he had... Hello?
Yeah. I think,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I was gonna say I think your connection is getting wonky.
Hold on, let me exit and come back.
Okay, that's fine. I gotta let Fry out of the room. You good, Fry? Oh, I thought the furniture would clear me up some space. But no, no, it just made room for dogs.
Oh, hey, Mal.
Doggo! Hold on, Fry. One, one. I love you. Good one. This is kind of butter stuff. Hey, Malgar, we're having small technical issues, I think, real quick.
Woo!
And Excel went to go AFK, so I'm kind of waiting for him to continue on. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. We are talking cryptids, monsters, and creepy things. Yeah, everyone to take 5 if you need it.
Oh yeah, I was saying
Yeah,
about
yeah, Mothman's ass.
yeah, Mothman's ass. I was listening to like a podcast with Wendigoon, and he was talking about how he visited Point Pleasant, and he has a picture of his wife grabbing the ass.
Wendigoon is fun. I like his stuff.
He is.
I loved his cryptid iceberg one where he's like, "This is my iceberg, or tier. It was a tier list. This is my tier list. I'm putting things where I want to put them. And if you don't like it, and this is like his 3rd one, so people were bitching the whole time. And if you don't like it, you can make your own. But this is mine."
There's this like missing persons thing I was watching, and this guy was standing at Wendigoon's house.
Ooh.
While filming it.
Ooh.
And he was talking, and like in one of the cuts, all of a sudden Wendigoon is just standing there in the background, just staring ahead. And for like and then he was gone the next cut.
Wendigoon trolling people. Shit, I would.
Yeah. His podcast with Meat Canyon is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I've been trying to get into podcasts. I don't really know how they're supposed to work.
You just put them on and listen while you do something else.
Okay, fair enough. I do have a lot of stuff saved as podcasts though, because it was recommended as well that they're good for language learning to just kind of listen to them. So I have a couple of Japanese saved podcasts on Audible that I have yet to listen to. Along with everything else on Audible, I have yet to listen to.
Welcome to Night Vale's a fun one.
Ooh, I like the sound of that one.
So it's like a radio show in like this really like fucking weird town where like out in the desert, but it's all like just blown off as normal. Like the city council is like a bunch of people in like hoods, like a cult. The sheriff has like a secret police force. And they never explain what any of this is. It's all just like, you know, you live there. If you live there, you know about it.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah, one of my favorite was, which was in the first episode. The city council has announced the construction of a new dog park. Dogs are not allowed in the dog park. People are not allowed in the dog park. It is possible you may see hooded figures in the dog park. Do not approach the hooded figures. Do not approach the dog park. The fences are electrified and highly dangerous. Do not look for any period at the dog park. Do not talk about the dog park.
It sounds like an ARG almost.
It kind of is. It's I think before the Joe Rogan podcast it came along, it was the most popular podcast out there. I don't know if it's still going. Probably not. It's that was like 15 years ago. But I think it went for like a good 10 years or something.
But it's still a really good run. Like,
yeah.
really, really good run.
I dropped off eventually, but because I think they started explaining too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, that kind of, so, the magic's gone then.
Yeah. No, I feel that like a lot of times I'll enjoy something and just kind of lose interest to it. Like just for example, Game of Thrones. I think by season 6, I didn't care anymore.
Well,
or 7,
it sounds like you dodged a bullet.
I think I did. From what I've heard, I did.
Because I remember spoilers for this like 10-year-old show, by the way. My parents watched that last episode, and I was there in the room, and I just remember, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, they well, remember it was supposed to be a 10-year-long show, and they crammed 8 years, and they crammed the last like 2, what should have been like the last 2 seasons into one, and fucked it all up because the writers wanted to go do something else.
Yeah, wasn't it because they got offered a Star Wars trilogy?
Something. They were offered something with Disney, I think it was, yeah. So it was like, all right, let's just go ahead and rush the ending here, and then we're out. And then, yeah, they fucked it all up. So no, I think I finished off when things were like all the siblings were like just starting to get back together, kind of a thing, and they were harvesting the dragon glass to fight the undead guys, and like around there is when I stopped. But also one of the other reasons I stopped was I did not like Daenerys.
Oh.
I really didn't. I was one of those people that saw that she was fucking nuts. Nobody else sees it. They're like, oh, she's so cute and innocent. She's burning people fucking alive. This woman is not a good person.
and she only got worse.
I think she would have gotten worse anyway, but they rushed it. I think it should have been a little bit more drawn out. Like her crazy should have been a little bit more drawn out. But I saw the early signs of it. But like, yeah, it's.
Oh, welcome back, Elter.
Welcome back. And I do think, at least the way they set it up, now mind you, John has a great theory that J.R.R. Martin has the final 2 books done and ready, but they won't publish until after his death.
Oh.
Because he wants to separate himself from the show so badly, and so he doesn't hear the flack, because it's not going to be the same ending. And he was so hurt by the guys betraying him, that yeah, he'll drop him when he's dead. I think and that makes sense. That really does make sense.
It does. I've heard the theory that that was like a test bed for his ending, and he's like, oh, people didn't like it.
Gee, I wonder why. Everything happened so fucking sudden.
and like the best way I've heard it described is that it turned into a show where what's his name? Sean Bean's character.
Yeah. Ned?
Would have been Ned Stark, where he would have been saved at the last second.
Yeah, it did turn into that. It really did. Like, everyone fucking got a happy ending for some, to an extent, anyway. You know, when no, the show didn't start that way. You know. But yeah, we'll know the true ending probably after Martin.
Yeah.
But okay, we got Elter back. We got Melgor. Spent enough time waiting for Excel. I'm gonna keep going, okay?
Okay.
You ready for some Scape or a Lizardman?
Always. That's my secret. I'm always ready for skateboard.
I'm always ready for spookies. Alright. Sorry, burping. Hopefully my throat is clearing up. I really maybe should get some, like, lozenges or something for times when I'm talking a lot. Because my throat does not like it when I talk.
Mine doesn't either.
I need to fix... We both need to fix this. On July 14, 1988, so it's fucking hot as hell in South Carolina swampland, the Lee County Sheriff's Office investigated a report of a car damaged overnight while parked at a home in the area of Browntown, outside Bishopsville, South Carolina. Do not ask what Browntown is known for, because it is brown. Sorry.
Yeah. Well...
I'm just making it more like a poop and swamp joke than...
Well, when you say Browntown in a small town like that, it usually means a black area.
Probably, and it might have been traditionally. I mean, this is South Carolina. They're still pretty,
Yeah.
home of a certain group with a bunch of K's in the sound of...
Yeah.
But I'm thinking Browntown as like swampy, poopy, muddy water. But actually, from my understanding, the first witness actually was a young black man. So yeah, it might be something to that. The car reportedly had tooth marks and scratches with hair and muddy footprints left behind. Sheriff Liston Truesdale noted that this was the start of various claims that eventually coalesced into a story about a lizard man in the swamp. Prompted by the news of the vehicle damage, 17-year-old Christopher Davis reported to the sheriff that his car was damaged by a creature he described as green, wet-like. Wet-like. Either it's wet or it's not. What was wet-like?
It was like what, but not.
About 7 feet tall, 2.1 meters, and had 3 fingers, red eyes, skin like a lizard, snake-like scales, 2 weeks prior to the other car being damaged. According to Davis, he was driving home from working the night shift at a fast food restaurant when his car got a flat tire. After fixing it, he saw a creature walking towards him. Do you know the way Bell's Canyon?
No, I don't.
I had to put that in there. Davis got his car and began to drive, but the creature soon was on top of the car. He applied his brakes, causing the creature to roll off the car, giving Davis enough time to escape. Coverage by newspapers and media resulted in increased attention for his claims. Local businesses began selling Lizardman t-shirts. The local Chamber of Commerce encouraged the media attention as good for the community. Get that bag!
Sure.
I need to be able to snap it. Get that bag! The increase in newspaper and media publicity prompted further reports of sightings, and the area soon became a tourist attraction for visitors and hunters. Local radio station WCOS offered a $1 million reward to anybody who could capture the creature alive. On August 5th, Kenneth Orr, an airman stationed at Shaw Air Force Base, filed a police report alleging that he had encountered the Lizardman on Highway 15. He had shot and wounded it. He presented several scales and a small quantity of blood as evidence. Or recanted his account 2 days later when he was arraigned for unlawfully carrying a pistol and the misdemeanor offense of filing a false police report. Now I'm worried about what the fuck he shot at. Who did you shoot at? What did you shoot at?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I still vote possibly an alligator, but still, what the fuck, man? According to Orr, he had hoaxed the sighting in order to keep stories about the Lizardman circulating. I just wanted to keep hope alive. Reports of the creature gradually declined at the end of the summer. Local law enforcement officials speculated that the sightings were likely to have been a bear. Why is it always a fucking bear? Don't drag a poor bear into this. Bears are usually black, brown, or hairy, not like green and scaly. What the hell? And I do have to wonder, does the $1 million bounty still stand?
Good question. And did they adjust for inflation?
Ooh, road trip!
Yeah, I know what we're doing.
In 2008, CNN mentioned the Lizardman legend in a story about a couple in Bishopville who reported damage to their vehicle, including blood traces. The blood traces were subsequently found to be that from a domestic dog. So, like, what? They hit a dog and were like, that just seems weird. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm desync. Fuck! Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Shit, it's happening again. Why? Stop doing that, computer! You're fine. You're fine. Calm down, baby. Calm down, baby computer. You're okay. A fun time for that to happen. Alright, we're good. Alright, I'm good. But luckily the story was over, so I ended the story just in time. Yay! But there's really not a whole lot more to add. It was spotted in the late 80s. Here and there in between, it is mostly considered by researchers to be a hoax. But once again, like I was saying earlier, even if it's a hoax, it does the community good. You know, it gave them a story to tell. Commerce, what's the word? Visitors, so there's money. Yeah, economy gives them an additional economy source. And people love monsters, so like
Yeah.
you know, do they have Lizardman plushies? I need to find a lizard. Okay, when I move though, because when I move, like I used to have a lot of plushies, so like I want plushies again when I move. I'm gonna have a bunch of plushies. I've got like Mothman plushies, Lizardman plushies. Anyway, sorry.
There's an entire section on this lizard man on the Bishopville website.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Again, they want the visitors. It's a small town, and South Carolina itself is actually fairly economically fucked. So
Yeah.
anything they could, you know, the funny thing is historically, there's actually a reason why South Carolina has one of the worst economies. It was the capital for the Confederacy.
Oh.
So they still to this day have sanctions and tariffs and shit against them.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's why South Carolina is one of the worst fucking states. It's by design. They're just being punished. I mean, not tariffs, but like they don't. There's shit with the taxes or something to undermine the state growing.
Oh.
Do you want to pick? Do you want to pick one up?
Yeah. Let me exit out of Twitch because I think that's affecting our connection.
Maybe.
Um. Let's see. Trunko. I need to know what Trunko is.
Okay.
I have to know.
Trunko is fun. It very likely, I think I mentioned, very likely was a globster. Is just a globster, but it is
Oh,
fucking fun. The stories and shit about it. Oh, nice.
come see the amazing Trunko.
That's no way. That's a.
Roll up, roll up.
I'm trying to pull up like images, but I pulled up a YouTube video instead accidentally.
Well, let me read what's here.
Oh, come on, you have a bigger. Yeah, you go ahead and read. I'm just gonna try to find a good picture.
Trunko is the nickname for an animal reportedly sighted in Margate, South Africa, on October 25th, 1924. According to an article titled "Fish Like a Polar Bear," published in December 27th, 1924, edition of London's Daily Mail. Trunko carcass washed ashore. The animal was reputedly seen off the coast battling 2 killer whales, which fought the unusual creature for 3 hours. It used its tail to attack the whales and reportedly lifted itself out of the water by about 20 feet. The creature reportedly washed up on Margate Bay, but despite being there for 10 days, no scientist ever investigated the carcass while it was beached, so no reliable description has ever been published. Until September 2010, it was assumed no photographs had been taken. Some people who have never been identified were reported to have described the animal as possessing snowy white fur and an elephant trunk, and a lobster-like tail, and a carcass devoid of blood. What a description.
Right?
While it was...
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying?
No, go. I'm fighting with this thing to bring up a picture of it, but it's like... My system is like, fuck you!
While it was beached, the animal was measured by beachgoers and turned out to be about 47 feet 14 meters in length, 10 feet 3 meters wide, and 5 feet 1.5 meter high, and with the trunk's length being about 5 feet 1.5 meters, the trunk's diameter 14 inches 36 centimeters, and the tail being about 10 feet 3 meters, and the fur being 8 inches or 20 centimeters long. The trunk was said to be attached directly to the animal's torso, so it may not have been a trunk, as no head was visible along the carcass. For this feature, the animal was dubbed Trunko, the Amazing. I may have added that part, but...
It sounds like it should be, yes.
Right? It sounds like a bad villain from a really shitty 30s comic.
Yeah, it does. You're right. I didn't think about that.
Superman, you have to defeat Trunko.
You do that good.
Thank you. By British cryptozoologist Carl Schuker in his 1996 book The Unexplained. In the March 27,
A prolonged limb with
1925
no
edition
bones that
of
protrudes from the torso.
Charleroi
Nurses
Mail in Charleroi, Pennsylvania, an article titled "Whales Slain by Hairy Monster" reported that whales there were killed by a strange creature which had washed up on a beach, exhausted, and fell unconscious, but made its way back to the ocean and swam away after 10 days, never to be seen again.
I just swam away. Uh-huh.
It was just sleeping.
Okay, what I pulled up is a picture of the carcass from a newspaper at the time. Supposedly.
There he is, folks. The amazing Trunko.
Trunko! I have to wonder, if it killed the whales, where the fuck are the whales? What happened? Did it eat the whales or just... Oh, I ate too much. You have to wash up ashore.
Went into a food coma for 10 days. We've all been there.
True. It was like his Thanksgiving. Like, can't eat no more.
Too much tryptophan.
Oh, yeah. Little do we all know that killer whales are full of tryptophan.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
An elder over there, prolonged live with no bones. Bye-bye. More peepees! You have peepees on the brain, Elter. I want a taco. Anyway. Yeah, that's what the goop looked like. And yeah, the fact that nobody at all, like, even wanted to bother to, like, go see what it was. You know, that's the saddest part about old, honestly, even current scientists.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're like, I'm not going out there. What the hell are you talking about?
It smells bad. My feet hurt. I want to go home.
It's too hot. And
I want
yes,
ice cream.
and yes, Elter, it looks like a blob. Usually we call them blobster, and usually they're hunks of whale fat that wash up ashore. And at least back in the olden days, and to those who don't know what blobsters usually are, always think that there's some kind of a sea monster or washed up Loch Ness thing or whatever, but they're really usually just often blobs of whale fat. Is what they come out with: whale fat, shark fat, you know, just something big and fatty. Baleen, I think it's baleen whales is a very common culprit for this kind of finding.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it is very possible it was simply whale fat, though. What the fuck killer whales are doing playing with it, I have no idea.
I mean, they've been known to do some fucked up shit.
They have. That's why I don't like them that much. They have. I don't like dolphins, honestly, either. I'll trust a dolphin a little bit, but they're still not like my favorite animal, you know?
Yeah.
But alright, that was Trunko.
The amazing Trunko.
Ugh, can do my hair. So I moved my fan, and now, like, my hair just keeps blowing into my face. And I was
Big
like,
and fatty, you know how hard it was to not do your mom jokes with that.
oh gosh, from now on, instead of your mom, you'd be like, you Trunko.
Trunko.
I'm just gonna shrink.
Your mom was so fat, she washed up on shore and people called her Trunko.
That's what Trunko said.
I think the best Yo Mama joke I've ever heard is Yo Mama's so ugly she looked out the window and got arrested for mooning.
Oh, that is a good one. Okay, I'm gonna do the Enfield. I don't think we talked about Enfield yet.
No, we haven't. I've been wondering about this guy.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that you didn't hear about it. Well,
I've heard of it, but I've never looked into it, which is weird.
there we go.
Who knows? You're using an ad blocker. Fuck you.
Well, fuck you. If these ads weren't just all like, buy my herbal mix of bullshit to make you poop more, I wouldn't have to use it. Or
Come to my seminar.
my current favorite one on YouTube is, do you know what type of star child you are?
Oh, yeah.
If you have empathy, you might be this one. Have you ever felt sad about something out of your control or nervous? Do you have brown or blue eyes? You could be a star child. Click here to find out more.
One of my favorites was this guy was just talking about how like this foolproof way to pick up girls. And so you know that smug Willy Wonka meme of just him like that's kind of how it was.
Like,
was. I was like, oh yeah, tell me more. And it was the funniest thing because he just kept going, this works.
This works, source, trust me, bro.
And it's like, I won't tell you anything about it. You gotta pay for that.
Of course.
But it works. YouTube thinks I'm really gullible, and this guy paid for an ad spot, so.
Well, remember to, okay, YouTube keeps censoring YouTube because of children. Meanwhile, there's a children YouTube. So it's like, why do you have, like, ads for gullible people, like children, on YouTube when they're supposed to be going somewhere else? And then you're censoring our dumbasses? No, it's all kids. Really, like, legit. I think it's all fucking kids. Because they're not being funneled correctly. And even YouTube Kids is a dystopian hellhole. Oh my god, it's full of predators from what I've heard. Like, creepy ones.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the whole Elsa
Because
game
those
shit.
ads pays a lot. P.
Ads pay a lot. I don't know, sometimes I'm tempted to put an ad for my stream on that bullshit and just...
This stream works.
Come, find out! Look, my mouse has a knife.
This is my dog.
Come say hi. He demands pets. Yeah, I know. It's just weird. Like the whole reason I started using an ad blocker was, and this was a long ass time ago too. I started getting advertisements for like some kind of a Christian doomsday end of the world cult, and I was like, the fuck is this? And ever since then I've used ad blocker, and you know, I want to apologize. I'm sorry. It's not the creators. I love you guys. Fucking YouTube. Filter your bullshit.
No, think of the children.
Well, they don't need to hear about the Christian
Think of the
doomsday.
children!
They don't need to hear about the doomsday cult.
That's your job! Leave me alone. I want orange juice.
If you're old, they'll hunt you down. They're probably, oh god, they'll hunt me down first. As opposed to the nice, yeah, they're all over the Reddit. No, absolutely.
I want apple juice.
All I have is orange juice.
Give me apple juice!
You'll have the orange juice or you'll have water. Orange juice or water? I'm a horrible parent. This is why I never had kids. Okay. This again is another one from the 70s. So it's like, I have to wonder, the fuck was everyone doing in the 70s? We all kind of know, don't we? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Just don't drink the Kool-Aid. Nope. We're not going to drink the Flavor Aid.
Yeah, the Flavor Aid. That's right.
If you know, you know. The Enfield monster refers to reports of an unidentified creature around Enfield, Illinois, United States, in April 1973. Now, it is often also referred to as the Enfield Horror. However, since the Enfield Poltergeist, which takes place in England, they sometimes get mixed up, so I specified monster to get the right info. So just be aware for anybody who might want to do their own research later. Use the term monster, not horror, although typically it has been called horror. The reports were covered by the news media at the time, with some suggesting they may have been caused by a wild ape or escaped kangaroo. Those damn monkeys.
Always those damn monkeys.
And look what the fuck this thing was, like a goddamn gorilla. You'll see when I read more what's going on. It's like what the fuck. Used as a case study on paper on social contagion in 1978 mass hysteria. Sociologists cite the episode as an example of collective behavior where a group or a crowd can be affected by the spread of group emotions, such as panic, hysteria, collective visions, and extreme instances of suggestibility. I don't know about the visions. Is it common to hallucinate?
You're having a vision of the future, and in the future is a weird monkey kangaroo thing.
The reports at about 10 o'clock at night, April 25, 1973, Henry McDaniel heard a scratching sound at his front door. He looked out and saw something he thought might be a bear. Once again, we have bears.
Bears.
Taking a gun and flashlight, he headed outside into a strong wind and saw a creature between two rose bushes. He later said it had 3 legs on it, a short body, 2 little short arms, 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights, and it stood 4.5 feet tall and was grayish colored. He later added that it was almost like a human. McDaniel fired 4 shots at the creature, 1 shot hitting it and causing it to make a hiss, much like a wildcat, before fleeing towards a nearby railway embankment, covering 50 feet in 3 jumps. McDaniel called the local authorities, who discovered footprints in the soft earth near the house, which McDaniel described as dog-like in shape with 6 toe pads. The police considered McDaniel to be rational and sober in his reporting of the incident. And in a later press interview, McDaniel said if they do find it, they will find more than one, and they won't be from this planet. I tell you that. Investigators interviewing nearby residents were told that Greg Garrett, a 10-year-old neighbor of McDaniel, claimed to have encountered the creature half an hour before McDaniel did, and that the creature had stepped on his feet, tearing his tennis shoes to shreds. The boy later told the Western Illinois University researchers that his report was a hoax to tease Mr. M and have fun with an out-of-town newsman. I thought it'd be better to explain, like, to mom and dad why his shoes were ripped up. 2 weeks later, on May the 6th, McDaniel called the radio station WWKI, claiming to have seen the creature again at 3 a.m. at 3 a.m. that morning. Of
course it was 3 a.m.
It was negotiating the trestles of the railroad tracks near his home. And McDaniel said, I saw something moving out on the railroad track, and there it stood. I didn't shoot at it or anything. It started down the railroad track. It wasn't in a hurry or anything. Citation needed on this thing and all. A search party included WWKI's news director, Rick Rainbow.
That's a name.
Really is. I'm like, shit. This guy needs like a kid's show. Rick Rainbow. Oh god, I'm some kind of a superhero name. Who are you? I am Rick Rainbow. Explored the area later that day and reported observing an ape-like creature standing in an abandoned building near McDaniel's house. Sorry, I'm hungry. They claimed to have made a recording of the creature's cries and fired a shot at it before it fled. And that is the finality of the report of this monster. It has not.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Have any of these people ever seen a picture of an ape?
I'm going to assume not.
Okay.
I don't think so.
This thing looks miserable.
It does.
Kill me.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to turn this off. I do have to use the bathroom, so pick another one, and I'll be back. If you want to start reading, feel free, and I'll come back to it in a moment.
Okay, I will pick a short one. If let's see. Ah, here we go. Oh, welcome back, Sal. So, the Dover Demon is a creature reportedly sighted on April 21st and 22nd, 1977, in Dover, Massachusetts, a town about 15 miles, 24 kilometers, southwest of downtown Boston. 17-year-old William Bill Bartlett claimed that while driving on April 21st, 1977, he saw a creature about 4 feet tall with glowing orange eyes and no nose or mouth in a watermelon-shaped head on top of a broken stone wall on Farm Street in Dover, Massachusetts. 15-year-old John Baxter reported seeing a similar creature on Miller Hill Road that same evening. Another 50-year-old Abby Ropham, to name, claimed to have seen the creature the following night on Springdale Avenue. The teenagers all drew sketches of the alleged creature. Bartlett wrote on a sketch, "I, Bill Bartlett, swear on a stack of Bibles that I saw this creature." According to a local report, the locations of the sightings is plotted on a map, laying a straight line over 2 miles, or 3.2 kilometers. The 70s were wild. The Dover Demon is an interesting one because it never really been seen again. You have some people saying it was an albino deer. You have some people, saying that it was an alien, something from another dimension, or all sorts of shit. But the fact that it was going in a straight line, I always thought was interesting.
I'm back, and then here's the sketchy. This is one of the original sketches.
I'm not saying it was the aliens, but it was the aliens.
Probably was. Yes, 70s were wild. That sounds like almost all these are from the 70s. So it's like there was something wasn't there.
Yeah. I'm not going to say it was the acid and the leaded gasoline, but
we're almost at the 2-hour mark. Do we want to do one more?
Yeah.
Because I would like to do the tunnel monster of Cabbagetown.
Yes, I know nothing about the tunnel monster, so I'm excited.
The tunnel monster of Toronto.
I just wanted to say, though, that the Dover Demon, if you've heard of that show, Lost Tapes, probably one of the better episodes was on the Dover Demon.
We've seen Lost Tapes a little bit here and there. They've been fun.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. This is an actual copy of newspaper clipping at the time with an artist rendition. Again, 1978. So we're still in the 70s. Warm summer's day in August of 1978 when a Toronto area man had an experience with a strange creature that would forever change his life. Ernest, he would only allow his first name to be used, was a soft-spoken 51-year-old at the time of his harrowing experience. He and his wife of 19 years had been raising a litter of kittens.
I know. All that LSD and drugs experiments the CIA was doing thinned the veil between Un and the Immaterium, and all the sightings are chaos demons that slipped through.
Hello?
Might be right. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Elter was talking, so I was pausing, so the
okay.
chat TT thing would come through. They were raising a litter of kittens. One of the kittens apparently disappeared, and Ernest decided to search for it in the vicinity of their Parliament Street apartment. Close by, he stumbled upon an opening to a dark cave and crawled approximately 10 feet inwards. This is where he said, "I saw a living nightmare, and I'll never forget it." Armed only with a flashlight, Ernest encountered a creature of unknown origin. He described the monster as long and thin, almost like a monkey, 3 feet long, large teeth, weighing maybe 30 pounds, with slate gray fur. However, it was the eyes that truly stood out. Orange and red, slanted. Armed only with a Ernest spoke reluctantly with reporters as to what occurred next. The creature spoke to him. "I'll never forget it," he said. It said, "Go away! Go away!" in a hissing voice. Then it took off down a long tunnel off to the side. I got out of there as soon as I could. I was shaking with fear. Ernest never approached the media with his story. He was afraid people would think he was drunk, or worse, crazy, and felt that no one would ever believe him. The Toronto area newspaper Sun found him after hearing about his experience from a reliable contact who worked with a relative of Ernest's, one of the handful of people whom he had confided the experience. He would agree to only talk if his last name was not revealed. See what happens when you tell somebody something, somebody tells somebody else something, and they tell somebody else something, and then eventually the newspapers are fucking at your door going, "Hey, we want to interview." This is why you don't talk to people.
No.
"I believe Ernie saw exactly what he says he did," said Barbara, Ernest's wife. "He was terrified when he came back to the apartment, and he doesn't scare easily. Look, he's been known to have a drink in the past, like most people, and to occasionally tie one on, but he's not a drunk, and he wasn't drinking at all that day." Sure. The Toronto Sun did question some of Ernest's relatives and neighborhood acquaintances. I can't talk anymore. Acquaintances. They found all agreed that he and supported Barbara's evaluation of her husband. Ernest, accompanied by Sun staff, returned to the location of a strange sighting in March of 1979. The cave's entrance was located at the bottom of a narrow passageway between the building where he lived and the one next door. Together they found the corpse of a cat, which was half buried in the tunnel. The sad discovery reminded Ernest of strange noises, like animals in pain, that he had heard emanating from the tunnel prior to his frightening encounter. Ernest showed the Sun reporter exactly where he saw the strange being. He stated, "The last I saw the creature, it was heading off into the dark. The passage seemed to drop very quickly and go a long way back." It was speculated that the tunnel in fact led to the sewer system, and that the entrance way besides Ernest's apartment was an access point used by the creature to the surface. Safety concerns prompted Toronto's sewer department to thoroughly inspect the tunnel, as it was feared that the area children may in fact try to enter it. Ernest's story was very strange. However, a sewage employees did not ridicule or scoff at it, according to the report made by the Toronto Sun at the time. The worker who was quoted in the paper stated, "People who work on the surface just don't know what it's like down there. It's a whole different world. Who would have thought a few years ago that people would live in sewers? And yet, that's what they found in New York a few years back." Another quote saying, I don't know what he saw down there. He also stated, I'll tell you one thing, if we can get in there, I sure as hell wouldn't want to go down alone. End of report. Yeah, and unfortunately that's really about it. This thing was only spotted once. But the general look of it seems to be like what we call a crawler. We have a lot of those on, the ghosty channels. But it does seem to be at least somewhat based off of things that are seen every now and then. Most of them are hoax. This could have been a crazy ass homeless man that he stumbled across. We don't know. But it is consistent with a lot of other similar reports that we get from time to time.
So I'm going to ask this question again. Have these people ever seen a monkey?
I don't think so. I really don't think so. Because even the artist's rendition of that don't look like no monkey. If not this guy, certainly the artist never saw one.